All right, everybody, it's your boy Spank Dog, aka Puffinstein. It takes me a second to go live because the Instagram, you gotta copy and paste the stream key. So, like, I go live on YouTube and Facebook automatically, but the Instagram, it takes a few seconds to grab the stream key, enter it, and then you go live with Instagram too, and then you could introduce yourself, but that's why there's like an 18-second pause at the beginning. But anyway, you already know how you call it. Robert Lopez at Facebook, BC Spank Dog at Instagram. And Happy New Year, everybody, first and foremost. You know, I was wondering if people wonder why like I'm quiet for the first 18 seconds. I'm literally grabbing the stream key and throwing it into the the little thing or whatever. But people think that this is simple. It's not simple sometimes. It took me a while to figure out a few things, you know. And if you got a person that shows you how to do stuff that you stumble upon, or you're lucky, or you don't realize reading the manual or following a tutorial might be better. If you got somebody like putting you on to like, yo, you gotta grab the stream key and throw it in, and all that type of stuff, that's a good look, man. That's a good person, putting you up on stuff that you'd probably go crazy trying to learn. At first when I started doing the StreamYard, I was just doing the free version. But when I stepped it up to the subscription, it was where they let you do more than just one platform. So when I started doing Instagram the first, because I was doing Twitch at first, but then I realized that was, even at the beginning, I should have realized that I got way more people on Instagram than on Twitch. I don't even use Twitch. And I should have did it from the beginning, but I did like 20 lives on Twitch and then realized Instagram was way smarter. So then like the first two Instagrams, they don't they don't get stored. So I'm like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, why it's not storing it? So then I realized that after the stream is over, you have to make sure that it gets stored before you end the stream. But it's weird, like if you don't do it perfect, you lose the Instagram stream. You know what I'm saying? It's a pain in the butt. But anyway, happy new year to everybody. That's what it's all about. Change, no stress, no griminess, man. If all this Hollywood hoopla and the stuff with the music industry didn't teach you anything, let it have taught you not to be on some grimy stuff, man. Even for dudes that I know there's a few dudes out there that they be on some, I'm on some grimy, so what? But like I'm not, I ain't mad at nobody. You move how you move. But all I'm saying to people that be on some grimy stuff is, karma exists. And when you do something to somebody that ain't right, there's a chance it's coming right back at you. Whether it's now, whether it's 2 weeks from now, you know what I'm saying? Yo, another thing is if anybody's trying to holler at me other than through YouTube, I can't see the comments. Actually, I can, but I gotta switch around a little bit. You know what I'm saying? See, like, nah, let me see. All right, I'm gonna write something for the people in Instagram. What's up, y'all? Happy New Year. Yeah, I could commute. I could communicate with the people in Instagram. The people in YouTube. Oh, matter of fact, let me check. I wanted to even be able to monitor Facebook. Let me see if I could do this. All right. I can. Lillian Pabon. All right. Yo, what's up, Lillian? Let me put a little something for the people in Facebook. What's up, y'all? Happy. Mm, if I don't respond to the comments often, it's because I'm monitoring 3 platforms. So, if I get into it, I might forget to check the comments. Don't be mad at me. I got love. The Facebook and the Instagram, like that's family. And even the YouTube is family. But I'm just saying, like the Instagram and the Facebook are people I know my whole life. A lot of them. So what's up to the whole team? And then even like with YouTube, I gained like 7, 8 like super cool tight friends. And then there's a lot of subscribers, but a lot of them, they watch the videos. See, YouTube's different, with Facebook and Instagram and other ones. When you go live, it's different. YouTube's more catered to like going live, you know what I mean? But anyway, I wanted to get into a topic, even though it's New Year's. You know what I'm saying? Give me 1 second. Yo, I just seen for the first time, because I seen when Mace went up in the Breakfast Club and got his contract voided by Puffy, and I was happy. And not only that, I didn't notice that he poked him in the neck. He did that on purpose. Like, listen, I remember when Jim Jones got mad at Mace, and they called up Hot 97, and Jim was wilding on him on the phone. That's the past though. But what I'm saying is people really never seen Mace when he was young. But his name was Murder Mace, you know what I'm saying? So don't get it twisted just because a dude talks, he's soft spoken. And then when he was in the argument with Jim Jones, he was already a pastor. So there's a chance he wasn't, talking greasy just because I'm not saying that Jim don't get busy like that, but I'm just saying, don't sleep on Mace just because um um he's soft spoken, and by the time somebody got mad at him, he was already a pastor. How he gonna look being a pastor talking reckless? You know what I mean? So, but when I seen him poke P Diddy in the neck, I was like, wow, that's the first time I got a glimpse of like him, like, and then when he does the, being angry, like, and then he does the your mom's got the receipts, like it's the first time I got a glimpse of Mace being on some like I ain't having it no more. And it's like almost like you see like he's always had it in him, but he's seen how rotten the industries could be, and he pulled away quicker than a lot of people would have. They would have stood blinded longer, or they wouldn't have had the heart to pull away. So I salute Mace for having the heart to say, you know what, F all that stuff. There was some stuff going on with beef in Harlem that I have no clue about. I've heard them name drop, but I'm not even gonna touch on that one because I really, especially it's New Year's, it ain't even nothing about no beef or nothing like that. Never that. That tough guy shit is lame. You know what I'm saying? It's dead, especially when you older. I could understand the youngins having energy, but still, man, put that energy into a positive casing. You know what I'm saying? Don't have so much energy that you use it negatively, man. You end up landing yourself in the pen. You know, like my bro was locked up in that place Marcy, where the dude was unalived by the COs allegedly. So like I said, I thank God that my brother was returned home without going through, and he still went through stuff. You know what I'm saying? But he came home good. You know what I mean? And that man never made it home. It's a big thing going on right now with Marcy Correctional Facility. They fired 14 people. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Like I said, I'm glad Mace got out of the contract. I'm glad he's doing his thing with Cameron. And sometimes, you see stuff, you misinterpret it, or you be judgmental, and you'll say stuff. And I ain't trying to talk negatively about people no more unless they really deserve it. You know what I'm saying? You know, Fat Joe's going through the stuff right now. Because of the whole I don't even want to say we all human beings, man. I don't even think like that. And to be using the N word, you know, I listen. I told my homie, right, who's black, um, I said I don't need to use the N word. I said I could easily replace it with dude. And I'd be like, this dude's crazy. This dude be acting up. I'm ready to slap this dude. Like stuff like that. I mean, not like the last one. Like that was just real hypothetical. You get what I'm saying? Or this guy's crazy. This dude's crazy. It don't gotta be the N word. You know what I'm saying? But you know, um, there's another race that's in the trenches. And it's the Latinos. So we out there together. You know what I'm saying? And I'll leave it at that. But to be stressing, you know what it is, man. If you really a Puerto Rican dude, or even any sort of Latino that's been out there, but it's mostly Puerto Rocks out there and Dominicans, and I'm telling people just period, you don't, you know what it is, like I want to jump off topic for a second. It's almost like they feel like, like what's wrong with me saying it because we've been together forever. You know what I'm saying? Like we're no different. I'm no different from you. You no different from me. So it's almost like they feel like they got the right to say it. You know what I'm saying? But then there is a certain aspect that people aren't looking at, and that's the fact that the pain that comes with that word, especially for these black folks, parents. I mean, even the younger generation feels it because racism still exists to this day. And I would say, out of everybody, people are the most racist towards black folks out of everybody. Still to this day, after segregation, after the Civil War, you know what I'm saying? Like we fought for the rights, and then certain people are too ignorant to understand that there was wars fought over this, movements. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth it, man. Let me tell you something. If you think you're gonna get into a beef over saying it, just replace it with dude. It ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? And I could understand. I've seen a man who's older hear somebody say it and it bothered him and it looked like it was sincere on some you don't know what comes with that word. You know what I'm saying? But it's a word. I could take it or leave it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even a word. It's a different kind of word. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy that a word has that much power. You know. So, but yeah, Fat Joe. Sometimes I'm judgmental of Fat Joe because TA was mad at him, and Cuban Link said he messed up stuff, and but even if he did mess up, people mess up, and people deserve forgiveness, but people got to change also. You can't be expecting forgiveness and you still the same. Not saying that I know this about Fat Joe or anybody. You got to remember, I don't know any of these people. Everything is alleged. But for what they allege, if it's true, you can't expect forgiveness if you haven't changed. You know what I'm saying? If you're still that same dude, you don't deserve forgiveness if what they're saying is true. If they said what they're saying about him, about anybody, it would be foul if it's true. You know what I'm saying? All right. We're going to get into a topic real quick. I'm going to look for something. There be so much stuff. Yeah, that's what I wanted to get into. I seen something on Here's the Deal I wanted to talk with y'all about. Let me see something. I believe this is it. City. Now, mind you, I didn't watch this. I seen the beginning of it, and it was like, this is something that I would like to watch with my subscribers, and there was something about it that made me say oh, like he killed it right there, I think. So we're gonna check this out together. Give me 1 second. What's up, Barbara? I see it. I see you. I just got to the other comments. Yes, Happy New Year, Barbara. Thank you for the shout out for G'd Up. Yeah, I said, just read your last comment. It's not something that a person needs in their life. You know what I'm saying? It's a word. And like I said, it's a different kind of word because it's associated with certain things. But let me share this with you guys. I wanted to see what was it about this one that made me want to watch it with you guys. All right. I'm going to calm down for a second. Oh, I did the wrong thing. Give me 1 second. Hey, where'd you go? Come back here. All right. I don't know what happened, but I messed up somehow. Yeah, I pressed the wrong thing. All right, that's what I was supposed to do. I came down. I'm still here. I'm gonna press play.
So let me get this straight. You had another opportunity to show American people that you on camera and you
were get your out of my face.
No.
You came up to me.
I'm telling you right now.
This is my fault.
Yep.
Disgusting what you just did. You saw the captain get in his face. The captain got in his face. The captain caused the disturbance. That's a fact.
Okay, this is a really important video because when injustice happens to one man anywhere.
You see, that's why let's keep watching. He said, if justice happens to one man anywhere,
injustice happens to all men everywhere. From the top, this is Kim Jong-un from North Korea, also called the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. This is Xi Jinping from China, also known as the People's Republic of China. And this is Brian Stack, the mayor of Union City, New Jersey, which is in the United States. Now, each of these three men have something very peculiar in common, other than the fact that they seem to love extra calories at dinner time. They all operate under a constitution in their respective countries, which is supposed to be the supreme law of the land. But like any oppressor of the respective constitutions, when they become a little uncomfortable with the reins of freedom in the hands of the peasant class. A couple days ago, something played out in a public city council meeting in Union City, New Jersey, which is not in North Korea or China, but in
the poor have no, I'm like I said, I'm not there, but the vibe I get is the poor have no rights in these countries that they
United
talk
States
about.
of America that every American needs to know about. This guy right here is independent journalist and activist Leroy Truth from the Leroy Truth Investigations YouTube channel. Leroy,
that means most likely he's a good guy,
is being arrested by Union City Police Chief Omar Hernandez. And why is Hernandez arresting Leroy? Did Leroy rob a bank? Was he jeopardizing lives? Maybe Leroy was issuing threats of physical harm to the people in the city council meeting. None of the above. Leroy, as an American, was exercising his constitutionally protected right to levy criticism against Mayor Brian Stack from Union City for his tyrannical action.
This man was literally, you know what I'm saying? This man was literally speaking. He got arrested for speaking at a place where you're supposed to be allowed to speak, especially the truth. He was criticizing a man that most likely deserves criticism, allegedly. But, my man, he don't be putting nobody on blast unless they acting up. That's a fact. All right. Oh, that's so nice. That's gangster, Barber. Yes, yeah, man. Let me tell you something. I've never heard a Spanish man from the hood ever use it with the hard ER. Unless it was maybe some 70-year-old Spanish man that has racism in him or something like that. This is me responding to a comment. People, you're probably like, what is he even talking about? But back to the N-word. Yeah, anytime I've ever heard a Latino use that word, and I've only been in New York. I've never been out of New York in my life. I stood like a week in Jersey one time, and that's it. So you're looking at a real New Yorker. 48 years. I never spent the night in another state except one time when I spent the week in my friend's house when I was like 10 years old or whatever. But yeah, it'd be a term of endearment, yeah. But I'm gonna say something though too. Back to the Fat Joe thing. Like I said, man, if people are getting at you, maybe it's time you take a look at yourself in the mirror. And I'll leave it at that. The people be talking real like they don't care about people's feelings, and they don't care if they're tough, if they're not tough. They will get at you verbally. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even really going hard like because I've talked about Fat Joe before because TA was saying that he was his ghostwriter. You know what I'm saying? And allegedly he's his ghostwriter, but I believe TA. And then there was other stuff. I'm not gonna get into everything, but like I said, I'm just trying to be a little more less critical and less judgmental. But like I said, if people are coming at you like that, most of the times is because you need to take a look at yourself in the mirror, period. We're going to get back to this video. Thank you too, Barbara. Thank you.
The bottom line is that Leroy Truth disrespected a man with power, and the man with power had Leroy arrested.
Of course.
And that's what we're going to look at today. So let's get into it.
My name is Scalzo. My contact information is photo.com, SCALZO. Read two of these political comedy pieces here. One of them authored by Police Chief Anthony Ficini, the other one authored by Brian Stack. The first, thank you for joining us. I appreciate your time. And so let's read this here.
This is in reference to a pending litigation matter.
I don't care. I'm going to read it anyway. Am I allowed to speak about it? I'm not allowed to speak.
Trying to stop him from doing something that's kosher. He's not supposed to be doing that. The man in the black suit jacket and the red tie, you know, so he's disrupting, you know, whatever they would call it, being civil or whatever. You know, be quiet and let the man have his say, even if it's something that you think isn't worthy of speaking on.
To harass another, make or cause to be made, communicate to cause annoyance
Looking right
or
away.
alarm.
Looking right away. The policeman, I don't even think he knows who's right or wrong. I've been watching for 2 seconds and I know who's right or wrong. And that's like sincerely, like I know that the guy should be able to speak on what he's speaking on, whether the guy likes it or not. So the policeman is going to grab, if anybody, the wrong man. He shouldn't be grabbing nobody because it's not that serious yet. But he's a robot, you know. He's a robot. Just do what you're told. And let me tell you something. I still don't want to say that that's every officer out there. I know there's officers out there that are real good people, you know, and it's messed up that people, you know, officers that make bad decisions and don't have morals put other good officers that do have morals, they put them in bad situations because they don't want to feel like they're turning on a teammate, one of their team, because they want it to be a team. But you can't be a teammate with a slime ball. Look at him. He went for him right away, and he's not even wrong.
Specifically, this is my time.
You can't read the bid form. You have to get read the form.
What does that mean?
It's under the honor rules. You have to sit down.
So I can't read.
He's telling, that's a legal proceeding that's going on with that.
So?
You need to sit down. We told you once, we're not going to tell you again. You need to sit down.
There's no statute.
Can I talk about something else
Sit
then?
down.
I'll
You
talk,
need to sit down, sir.
I'll talk about something else then.
Oh yeah, talk about something else, but you can't talk about.
They literally told him what he could talk about when he came.
I can't.
Like I said, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm guessing what just took place should not have took place. They should have not have said that, man, you can't. And let's say, look, for argument's sake, let's say they're right. It seems like he's going to change the subject. Let's see what happens.
Just okay, then we'll talk about something else. I mean, look at his how awkward that is. Okay, so let's see. How can I rephrase this? So you're basically proving my point right now. How sad is that I can't talk? So basically, Brian is exaggerating and lying in order to charges and exaggerate charges against Leroy against his free speech and his criticism of the mayor, as you just saw. Like, what is that about? I can't speak about. I'm going to be arrested if I can continue to read it. They're basically your words, by the way. I was reading your words. So basically, they're saying that if Leroy continues to go to the mayor's office, that's considered harassment.
This isn't appropriate for discussion.
Why? What's not appropriate?
I don't know if it's
So
you have to comment on the
no, it's public comment. This is my so okay. Let me keep it more general then.
All right, so the right there would be he said it has to be something on the agenda. Now I don't know. There you go, right there. That's probably a talking point as far as like if I don't know exactly where they're at. They're holding a meeting of some sort, like a town meeting. But if the rules state that you have to stick to the agenda, then he's wrong. But if that's not true, then they just lied on him and he can speak about anything that he considers relevant to the town or whatever the meeting place is about.
Invite Leroy. Please continue every week. And if they arrest you for harassment, that's un-American and that's wrong. And if they decide to file more charges against you, that is wrong, Mayor. Anthony, the pretend police chief, Anthony Ficini, got his feelings hurt, so he decided to file charges against you. And that, I think, is wrong. The pretend police chief, Anthony Ficini, maybe someone can call him a ambulance. He got upset that you were posting cartoons. Just imagine this picture where you have two high quality police officers having a conversation, tackled to the ground, and we saved those people's life from the bank robbery. And the other officer says,
Look at how rude they are.
let me just remember the time we stopped the stabbing and we protected those victims. Yes, those are two high quality officers. Now, the pretend chief, Anthony Ficini, posted cartoons about me. That was terrifying. And I was charged against those memes and political satire and commentary. So, in my opinion, I don't think someone should be charged with a crime for criticizing the pathetic. Can I use the word pathetic?
Of course, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it. The local pretend
So
police.
apparently there were cartoons made about this man. He said, call him a ambulance. And it seems like he took action against the person that drew the cartoons or started getting at him. Yo, listen, man, people could do real mean stuff, and then you could hit them with the lightest joke and they'll explode, anywhere.
And he wants to file charges against a free person here. Anyway, I encourage you, Leroy, to continue to criticize the police chief, continue to criticize. And by the way, see, I'm not allowed to consult my notes here.
Well, you're allowed to.
And it's not even about, I really think we need to correct our terminology. This isn't dogging on Leroy or anything, but we got to stop using the word allow and permitted. We are free to do this. And if anybody jumps in the way of freedom or curtails it or infringes upon it in any way, that person is not just an enemy to the person that they're oppressing, they are an enemy to all Americans. Because like I began this.
Yo, he said enemy. And I back him up on that. I thought he was gonna say is wrong, is what other word? Is in violation. That he said enemy. He's because it's oppression. This man or whatever's going on, he's trying to live his life. Whether you agree or not, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? You cannot stop a person for doing something that is free. And he's exercising freedom and they're oppressing it. And I didn't think he was going to choose the word enemy, but this my man, you know what I'm saying? He chose the right word. People would be like, enemy is extreme. No, it's not. No, it's not. Not at all. He's absolutely right. And this is why I watch his channel.
Okay. That person is not
just. We keep it 100. Gotta keep it 100. I'm already subscribed. Definitely, if you enjoy this type of content, go to Here's the Deal and subscribe. He fights for our rights, in my opinion. Hit him with that like, and let's proceed.
Just an enemy to.
Once again, Happy New Year's to everybody out there, bro. Like I said, I love everybody, the people on YouTube, especially Barbara and Chola and Matt Ritchie and the guys that I actually speak to. But like Instagram and Facebook, a lot of you guys I grew up with. So Happy New Year's to everybody. But to the people that I've known since I was 4, 5, 6 years old, there's people on the Instagram and the Facebook. There's people I've went to school with, junior high school, elementary, Grover Cleveland. I know people on my Instagram, my Facebook. I know them from Bed-Stuy, Ridgewood, Bushwick. So like, yo, happy New Year's, bro. And definitely have a New Year's resolution, man. That's one of the best things about New Year's Eve. You know, it's almost like they're telling you you get a reset of sorts. You get a little extra second chance type stuff. You know, that's what I derive from New Year's. So yeah, man. If you don't get anything out of New Year's, other like you feel like you don't get nothing, think about the New Year's resolution, man, and try to stick to it. A lot of us make the New Year's resolution and we don't stick to it, but there's some people that do. You know, I'm sure there's stories out there where they were like, on New Year's, I decided I wasn't gonna do that no more, and I just didn't do it no more. You know, and we all got something we could cut out.
To the person that they're oppressing, they are an enemy to all Americans. Because, like I began the video with, an injustice that happens to one man anywhere, and Leroy Truth
I'm
is
bring it
about.
back a
But
little
I'm gonna
bit.
get arrested.
It's about. I really think we got to stop using the word allow and permitted. We are free to do this. And if anybody jumps in the way of that freedom or curtails it or infringes upon it in any way, that
Curtail.
person is not just an enemy to the person that they're oppressing, they are an enemy to all Americans. Because, like I began this video with, an injustice that happens to one man anywhere, and Leroy Truth is about to get arrested. He's about to get arrested for the very thing that
Freedom of speech. He's gonna get arrested, and we have freedom of speech, and speech is what he will be arrested for.
swore to protect, defend, and uphold, and all these police officers swore to protect, defend, and uphold. How's that for irony?
Okay, so you're basically proving our point right here. How it's basically some communist dictatorship where Mayor Mao Zedong Brian Stack
It's true.
dictates. First of all, there's another issue of the lawyer over here uses dollars and is basically working as the mayor's political advisor, which is not your role. You shouldn't be stopping people from criticizing.
The misuse of tax dollars. Did you see how he got hot under the collar when he talked about the misuse of citizens' taxes? Listen, look at this.
Lawyer over here misuses tax dollars and is basically working as the mayor's political advisor. Isn't their role? You shouldn't be stopping criticizing that. Your role is only to stop lawsuits and to advise them on the law, not personal political advice, which you do all the time. Thank you.
Hello, Mayor Stack. Now, I have a surprise for you. And you probably don't expect this from Leroy Truth. But because this is a night of awards and presentations, I have a special award for you, Mayor. Now, this award has never been given out in the history of the United States. And Mayor Stack, as you know,
Oh, if he got hot under the collar just because of the other guy, and that was just like the guy isn't on. This guy he's gonna get him. This the guy he was really worried about. He was coaching the other guy anyway.
Song and dance, ignore the public again. It's a shame. You should resign. But I'm going to give you this award anyway because you did this. I first came in 24, and it's a day that will live in infamy for 2000.
I'm gonna open my basketball cards as my man fights for our rights.
137 allegations of corruption.
I think you meant December 2023.
Now, it reminds me a lot of your very good friend and mentor, Senator Bob Menendez, who was found guilty on all counts. Well, he was a hell of a lot more powerful than you, so you may be the next indicted. Who knows?
And this, look at their faces. Look at Brian Stack's faces. Look at this guy looking down at his phone. Brian Stack's pretending like he's writing something, and nobody's paying attention to a member of the public. That's the contempt that these public servants have for people that they're supposed to be serving.
Now, this award is a very, very, very special award, which I know you and the commissioners will be so proud of. Now, I have so many women be asking me to give you this award. And Mayor Stack, Senator Stack, Head of Judiciary Stack, do you know what this award is? Well, I will tell you, since you have become mute again, apparently. Your mother would not be proud. And this award was earned, excuse me, I have a First Amendment right, and I am not, you're disrupting me. You are hurting my First Amendment rights right now. So, excuse me, I'm talking. This is my 5 minutes. No, I don't have to respect anybody. This is my 5 minutes.
You gotta get your time back.
No.
Reclaim your time.
This is not harassment. Step back. No, there is no statute of law that have to be on the podium. There's no statute of law. I am in a public commissioner. I don't have to respect them.
You can't disrespect them.
I could disrespect them if I want as well. It's called First Amendment.
On the Atma, you need to step back.
No, I
step
do.
back.
No, I do not. First Amendment. Anyways, no statute of law. You name a statute of law that says I have to be. I don't care what they say.
He's following the rules. Understand this. Understand that he's following the rules. And they can't take that he's staying within the realm of the rules. Because they made their rules not thinking of a guy like, I forget his name. No disrespect to the man. I've just been introduced to him through Here's the Deal channel. But they didn't take into consideration a man like this, or they would have made an extra rule. But he's staying within the realm of the rules, and they're gonna get him anyway. They're gonna violate him. That's called violation. They're gonna violate his rights.
Time back too.
You're gonna get
No,
arrested if you don't step back.
I do not have. You give me the statute that says I have to step back.
You're disrupting the meeting.
I am talking. I
I'm not
cannot
gonna
be
disrupt
disrupted.
you.
I'm speaking.
Give him the statute right there. If you can't say the statute that he's violating, you need to leave him alone.
You're disrupting the meeting.
No, I do not have to step back. There is no statute of law. I am in a pub. Am I in a public area? You're disrupting my time right now. You're disrupting the meeting. You actually, you're not talking with me. You're being very good. But you are disrupting my time right now. So you need to stand down and let my First Amendment. That's what you need to do.
I'll protect you. On the podium.
No, I don't need to be behind the podium. There is
Stand over here. You disrupt the meeting, so you need to get back. Come on.
in a public area. So
You see, he's no nonsense. And I'm saying that I would have went back to be on the podium just so I could have continued. But that would have been me giving them ground. He don't want to give them any ground, and that's why if I would have went behind the podium, I might have rethought my actions later on, because what I did is I did give them ground, and I sacrificed in order to continue. He's not doing nothing wrong. That's what this guy in the white shirt doesn't understand.
Word now, Mayor Stack.
Get behind the podium.
No, I am.
All right, then I'm gonna have to arrest you.
I do not want to get arrested,
All right,
but I want to
you're
exercise.
disrupting the meeting. This is a limited forum.
No,
There's
you are
certain rules here.
disrupting
Time,
me.
place, and
This
manner.
is my.
I'm explaining to you.
Get your face out of my face.
No, get your hand out of my face.
You came up to me.
Get your hand
Your
out of my
hands
face.
are in his
Yes,
face, sir. Your hands are in his face.
De-escalate. Your hands are in my face.
I'm de-escalating.
I love it that the police chief, the police captain is saying, get your hand out of my face, when the police chief is putting his
.5 minutes.
You're not listening.
You
I gotta tell
disrupted
you
my.
why.
You give.
We went back to the statute. I told you guys. The statute is what matters right now, and there is no statute. He cannot. If he went to the books right now to find the statute to stop this man, say, "Look, I found it. This is why you can't go in front of the podium." It doesn't exist.
Back there.
You can.
What are you talking about?
What law says I can't be here? Give me the statute. Hold on.
A commission meeting.
Time, place, and
So you're gonna have to go.
I would have put Victor Wembanyama to dunk it on this guy's head in the white shirt.
Don't strong arm me. I'm not going to resist. I'm not going to resist. Here, take that. I am being arrested for exercising my First Amendment right here in Union City, New Jersey. Mayor Stack has committed. And I was arrested because
Podium just so I could continue. I take it back. I would have went to jail like him. You know, that's why when a curveball is thrown at you, you gotta remain calm, because in order to make the right choice, if you get rattled, you won't make the right choice. And going back behind the podium is the wrong choice if you're really serious about what he's doing, because he's going to jail for what he believes in. I'm not mad at him, not one bit.
Thank you, Leroy. Thank you for what you're doing. You're welcome. So these are the broke the 100% track record of, and what, right?
Tell him to stand down. That's
I'll
was
give my
the
life.
law, so that as he passed the man that could correct the situation, he told him, he didn't say you could correct the situation. He said you could tell him to stand down, which would have corrected the situation. So he's telling him, like, as he walked by him, he knows the law so well that it occurred to him, oh, this man could correct this situation, and he'd rather leave it negative than make it positive by correcting the situation, telling the man to stand down because no law has been broken.
He shouldn't be arrested.
I'm arrested for First Amendment during my 5 minutes.
A lot of people would be like, oh, why he had to say he was given an award and be so dramatic, because that's his right. Let me tell you something. People, when they go to job interviews, they think of things that will make them stand out, make it memorable. He didn't want to just go up there and be like everybody else. He wanted to make a mark so that it would stop. So his way of doing it was being theatric with nobody's ever been given an award like this, and they stopped him for making his point. It's literally like they stopped him. He was about to do something good, and it was almost like it was too good. He was gonna like almost make the man feel bad for the things he does they're not ethical. When you take a seat as a politician, your ethics have to be on 100, and he was getting at him because his ethics aren't on 100. Alleged by him, because I don't know the situation as well as him, but he's saying the way you use the tax dollars is unethical. Well, at least that's what the other man said. We never got to even hear the man make his presentation because they stopped him before he could expose the mayor. Allegedly.
It's the time. And then he says, I have to respect disrespectable.
It's another thing that people have to remember. It's not about whether the man was even right or wrong. This is about freedom of speech. He could have said what he said and he didn't even make a point. It's still his right to talk. 5 minutes he gets up there as a citizen. So whether you liked what he said, what came out his mouth or not, that's not even the point. That's not the point at all. The point is it should have got to the end. He should have made it to the end of what he was gonna say.
That's communist America right here.
Yep, look at this. A independent journalist gets arrested for during his 5 minutes, and a captain disrupting the media.
These are the mindless anti-American goons right here.
There's moralists and conformists. Conformists will do whatever they are told, regardless of what is right. That's what the captain and Murrow better to do this, Murrow. So
Yeah.
they have broken
They're
them.
just doing what they're told.
And I'm not resisting. I'm not going to resist.
Just
I agree.
doing my job.
We're not standing behind a podium.
Can-
Which is not the law.
No, there's no law or statute. And Rodriguez understood that law and statute because
Right. Rodriguez is smart. That's why.
Yeah.
He's intelligent.
Right.
This guy is not intelligent. He's a meathead.
Rodriguez did an awesome drawing, buddy. And you're going to lose your qualified opinion.
This is a man of limited intelligence. He does what he's told.
Right as he walks past the American flag.
The American flag means nothing to these people.
Yeah, the ironies are all over the place. You're a police captain, police chief. You're basically the head of the serpent. I hate to put it that way, but the
From here's the deal is saying he could have corrected the situation.
arrest him for he's exercising speech. He's not threatening anybody. He's not doing anything that would be considered illegal, let alone immoral or criminal. Captain should have said. But because he works for tyrants, he's going to commit the tyranny and then put it off on, I'm just doing my job. This is what I get paid to do. I don't write the laws. I just enforce the laws. That's an order follower. There's no difference between what this captain did, Captain Omar Hernandez, and what the SS soldiers did in the 1930s in Germany.
It wasn't about the podium. It's because you didn't respect them.
He said, you got to respect the commissioners.
You can't disrespect
No, I
them.
don't. Oh, you got to stand behind the podium. No, I don't.
Contempt of politician.
Yeah.
So we see all the time.
Political-
After Trump, we see after
The more you try to hide things, the more people get interested
Oh,
in it.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're all going to get famous now. And no one disrespected my constitutional rights.
we saw firsthand the low.
He's the only goon that's been willing to arrest you. Him.
Yeah,
Everybody else
Brian Stack
has
had.
honored their oath.
Every other police officer.
All the law enforcement was good, great here.
Extraordinary.
Extraordinary police work here.
I
This
love the police
dog,
officers here,
Yeah.
except the president.
disgusting.
We
He wants a promotion.
The low
Keep
quality.
yawning.
We saw the low quality cat cause the
You gonna arrest
he got in your
freedom of
face.
speech
He
too?
got caused the disturbance.
And he said,
Right.
meeting while I'm talking during
He's
my 5
literally-
minutes.
Right. It's insane.
There's no law or statute that says I have to stand behind a podium.
He got in your face and says you're causing the disturbance.
How often do you arrest people for speaking, sir?
And
How often do you arrest people for speaking? And the whole world is going to see you.
So you were charged. You were charged with using a derogatory language. I think you are a man of limited intelligence, and I don't like you. Is that derogatory? Yes,
Not enough. He's a pig.
that is derogatory. I think you're an order follower and you're not intelligent. And because
You're
Stack and that,
disgusting. You're a pig, bro. You're a pig.
because Brian Stack and that
You took an
mobster.
oath to the United States of America. You don't honor your oath. You take
That's our police officers, whether federal, state, or local, will stand up for us if we ever encountered a Red Dawn type of scenario where we get invaded by Russia or China or whatever country.
Well, for you people who don't know what Red Dawn is a movie that was made twice. The first one is with Patrick Swayze, may he rest in peace. What's the girl from Dirty Dancing, the woman from Dirty Dancing, Jennifer Grey is in that one. C. Thomas Howell. Oh man, the list goes on. I think what else is it? It's just a lot of people. I think Ali Sheedy's in it. But anyway, they remade it in the second one is good too. It's not the second one; it's a remake. But the Red Dawn is about Russia invading the original one. Russia invades America, I believe, with the Cubans, if I'm not mistaken. But in the second one, it's different invaders. The remake, they change it. It's not Russia and Cuba in part two. Not, I keep calling it part two. In the 2005 remake, 2010 remake, it's different countries. But so everybody knows, it's about America getting invaded and a pack of kids escaping the initial invasion, and they call themselves the Wolverines, and they make tons of trouble for the countries that invade the United States.
Fill in the blank, but they say, yeah, our federal agents, our state agents, our law enforcement agents will repel the invader.
No, I love Red Dawn.
No, with a mentality like this that Omar Hernandez is demonstrating,
especially the original.
Police chiefs and captains and sheriffs and deputies all across the nation have exhibited. They will be the very ones to load up.
The guy who plays Thor, Chris Hemsworth, yeah, he's the main character in the remake of Red Dawn.
Us on the boxcars.
He says, "Yep,
Mobster mentality." Right here.
Well, you just follow orders. I think you're a bully. He's the one in cuffs.
All right, I mean, pretty much you guys want to see the rest, go check out. But what I was gonna say was, yeah, because to be honest with you, I don't want to Yeah, me too, Barbara. I just seen the final comment says I support a lot of cop watchers. Yeah, you gotta audit them. It's out of hand. There's a lot of things going on, but I'm just saying, like, and I don't want to see the end, because to be honest with you, you know what? Listen, for the people out there that get uptight up when he called him a pig, you know, you got to think about it. He's sticking that man in a cage. Let me ask you a question. If I took you by your hand, cuffed you, and put you in a kennel, do you think I deserve the respect of you not name calling me if I'm gonna stick you in a cage? You get what I mean? Because it hits different when you think about it the way I just, you know, the context, you know, you're like, oh, you know, he gotta see, look, he gotta call him out his name, you know, that's disgusting. No, you gotta remember, he's not calling him a pig until he's inserting him in a kennel. Worse, because when the dog is put in the kennel, there's not another dog in there that could hurt him. Once you even get booked, even in the system, you could get it. But when you headed to the island, or you going up north, you know, like, especially if it's a max, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and that's the thing too. Like, these the overseers, they don't understand what it feels like to be, you know, in a place where it's lit now. You got to let people know that you're not a pushover. Maybe, depends on the situation. You know, you got to move as things get on at you. You know, you got to move accordingly. you know. And if you're gonna put me in that place, what does it matter if I name call you? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna say thank you for the love, man. Much love to you you have a happy New Year's, especially you. You know, and to everybody else that watched or is gonna see this, happy New Year's. You know, stick to your resolutions, man. You know, people are counting on you to stick to those resolutions. And I don't mean to put you on the spot like that, but I got a resolution and I'm putting myself on the spot like that. You know, it's to take care of my health better. For all you guys wondering what my resolution is to take better care of myself. It's to eat better. It's to you know, what happens is you try to make your mark on social media so you could get monetized and you could make a check so you could be free from a boss. You understand? But what happens is if you don't be careful, you get so obsessed with making content that you don't get active no more. You know, you get stuck to wherever you do it, your desk, your computer chair. You know, for me, I do it right here on my bed. I don't care. I'm comfortable when I do my thing. You know what I'm saying? That's my style. You already know. But yo, listen, man. I love all you guys, man. I don't throw it around loosely. It is what it is, man. You know, I got no love for evil. You know, if you're not an evil person, then I got love for you. Period. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Spank Door. Go check out my bro G'd Up Quinn. You know what I'm saying? And have a happy new year. Barbara, you already know what it is, man. God bless all you guys.